And we are underway with qualifying. Following around Glosnick on his outlap, waiting to put in only a couple of flying laps at qualifying. We've only got a 5 minute. Oh, there we go. So qualifying is now underway. Anyone would think we'd planned this. It seems like we know what we're doing. I promise you, we do not. So outlap's nearly done. I'm following Glosnick and see what fast laps he can do. You're on crazy, are you? Are you oh, Glosnick going deep into the first corner. See how that affects his time. Matt, are you on the live stream with your words now? Cool. Glosnick seems to be putting in good time. Slider Pete not being able to keep up unless he's giving himself a good gap. Bearing in mind we only get 5 minute qualifying each round. Probably only get everything's working well. No problem. So Glosnick in with the first time. 103.8, a strong first lap. Oh look, how did S2 go get on? GT Sport Freak putting in an okay first lap. Ooh, Simon Trent just picked him to the post off his first fast lap. 103.79. Now we've seen in practice that a 103.4, 103.2 is about the fastest to expect. Possibly going to maybe below 103. I haven't seen that from anybody in this group just yet. Glosnick goes and does a better as his previous. Not Slider Pete has done a blistering second fastest lap by the looks of it. Second lap out. GT Sport Freak again. Lama's quick. Oh, 7,000ths of a second off Slider Pete. Slider Pete slightly slower this sector. See if Lama has anything to say about Slider Pete's fastest lap. Lama slightly slower. Oh, messy exit. Lama coming on to his final fast lap. See if he can make this one count. He takes a very wide exit off the first corner. Last corner, sorry. Is Llama Llama going to hit traffic with Sonic? Is that going to slow his time down? Simon Trent doing the fastest lap. As he just squeezes in, possibly squeezes it. Yeah, he's squeezing it in a final lap, so he's on his last lap now. See if he can better it. I've got no sound. No, I've got sound on mine. Yeah. Let's see as everyone comes across to the final lap. Slider Pete does no better. See if Llama Llama can pip in. Oh, there's a bit of contact with Sonic. That's going to ruin Llama Llama's last lap. That is not going to go down well. Oh, Llama Llama sticks third. GT Sport Freak challenge. No, so we got. Looks like we are finished qualifying. Looks like everyone's gone round. And we have pole from Simon Trent, Slider Pete in second, Llama Llama in third. Llama Llama will not be happy that on his final lap he got a little bit of contact with Sonic. Let's see if he can make it up off the start. That is a very close top 5. Matt, where are you going to be looking for the start? Matt, where are you? No problem, I will follow Simon Trent at the front as we enter the first corner. Llama Llama challenging for second place straight off the bat. Trying to go on the outside. We're going to cut back in. He's got a good run out the first corner. Right. Nice and tidy. Llama Llama, is he going to have the pace off the inside? So Simon Trent seems to be comfortably handling first already with a second lead. Llama Llama seems to be challenging Slider Pete. Is he going to try and do him on the outside? Let's follow that action. So far Slider Pete is holding him off. We've got GT Sport Freak challenging Llama Llama. Simon Trent is comfortably enjoying first place. Ooh, GT Sport Freak on the inside. Is he going to make it stick? Llama Llama goes wide. GT Sports Freak takes third place. Slider Pete holding on to second. Gosnick in fourth, are we on? No, Gosnick in fifth, sorry, Llama Llama in fourth. Llama Llama's going to try and take the place back. He's got the outside of this next corner there. Ooh, a little bit of contact. And he has taken third place back, Llama Llama. We have sound. Let's see how Simon Trent is pulling away. Second and a half lead, nearly 2 seconds now. Slider Pete and Llama Llama and GT Sport Freak all sort of battling for the same second, third, fourth position. Closely followed by Gosnick, F2 Dog just about there, and then Sonic, Gaz and Mr. 2 Adam, MR2 Adam, sorry. Mr. 2 Adam, MR2 Adam, remember what cars we're racing in? The Mr. 2s, the Mr. 2s. I'll get some stick for that one. Ooh, Sonic. Anybody see the Sonic closing the door completely on the Gaz there? See we're getting on at the front. Ooh, Slider Pete a little bit messy. Is that going to give Llama Llama a chance? It has. Llama Llama takes second place. Ooh, he's a little bit messy in the entry. Manages to make it stick there. Great move by Llama Llama of a mistake from Slider Pete. Sam. Somebody off at the back. Let's see if we can have a little look. Where are we gone? Felix Brown photo. Had I been able to figure out the controls on my keyboard, I'd have given you a replay, but I haven't yet, so... We'll practice before the next race. Oh, no, I figured it out, but I was too slow, so... At least I know that them controls work for the next race. Great news. We'll go back to the front.
GT Sport Freak and Llama Llama still battling hard.
Right, we're back to the live. Oh, Llama Llama. Oh, Llama Llama's got the inside to make it stick. GT Sport Freak is making them. He's making up for the mistake. Llama Llama with a messy exit, not quite getting a great. GT Sport Freak might have him on the inside of the next corner. Oh, it's a very close entry to the final corner. Who's going to make what happen? GT Sport Freak going bold. A little bit of contact. GT Sport Freak off. Llama Llama gone pushed wide. That will not go down well.
We've got 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Virtually all over.
So what we want, this is great racing. We've got a Simon Trent sort of dominating, truthfully. Albeit the fastest lap is from Llama Llama. Llama Llama going on the inside. Oh, big nudge. GT Sport Freak getting pushed out of the way. Oh, people are not happy. S2 Dog a little bit eager there. You see in the back of the picture, Glossnick just about keeping up with the top 5. We've got a little battle going on for what is probably second place. Llama Llama currently leading.
Don't think anyone's catching Simon.
No, I think Simon is comfortably pulling away with this one. No mistakes, probably he's going to see himself with a victory here. Oh, GT Sport Freak down on the inside, that is bold. How is he? Oh, big contact.
Belgium and the Americans going at it.
They are hitting each other intentionally. What? Some rubbing his racing and everything, but that looked a little bit intentional.
Nobody wanted to give that place up.
No, they did not. I'd show a replay, but I'm too interested to see what will happen in the next corners. Now that I know how to do the replays. Llama Llama's going to try and have another look. Slider Pete is all over Llama Llama. Oh. Slider Pete is all over the back of Llama Llama. I love all the PSN names for the record. This is making for much more fun commentary. You see all the middle pack doing. Glossnick is just about holding on. S2 Dog is sort of somewhere just at the back of the pack, about 2.5 off. That well, we'll call it the second group because Simon has walked away at the start. And then 4 seconds behind S2 Dog, we've got a middle battle going on. All a little bit more spaced out now. Looking like some clean-ish racing. Go back to where all the action seems to be. Llama Llama still holding off Slider Pete. Is Glossnick just waiting for an opportunity to pounce from a mistake from the two of them? GT Sport Freak.
Trent's 5.5 seconds ahead, you know.
Yeah. Seems pretty comfortable. GT Sport Freak looks like he's just about pulling away from Llama Llama. Llama Llama still holding the fastest lap of the race. Llama Llama's gone deep. Is he going to hold it? Surprising that Simon hasn't.
Very close. 3.442 like that.
I see fastest lap times aren't coming up for me on my display at the minute.
Simon's well into the lead. GT Sport Freak just put holding a little gap on the now. Ryder Peach still all over the back of him.
Glossnik seems to have closed the gap as well.
He's waiting to pounce there.
He is, he's waiting for a mistake, isn't there? Llama Llama and Slider Pete battling away. GT Sport Freak does seem to be pulling away though.
Pete coming around the outside.
Ooh, he's gone deep, he's gone deep. Llama Llama's going to get him on the cutback. And does. Oh, Slider Pete, there's that Glossnik's opportunity to make a move.
He's got the run.
He has got the run down the main straight. I think he's going to have him. He's got the inside line as well.
He's going to outbreak this one.
Oh, is it going to be a little bit physical? Is it going to be physical? Glossnik seems to have made its stake. Slider Pete is going to... I think Glossnik's just about got the legs. Who breaks later? Who breaks later? Slider Pete's done him on the inside. He's glossed it. Oh, a little bit of contact. A little bit of contact. Not enough for anything to worry about. Glossnik back in the position he started with, unfortunately. Oh.
Further down the field, we've got 7th and 8th battling for it hard at the moment.
Oh, he's gone deep, he's gone deep. Little nudge. Great move from the Gaz. That was excellent.
They're breaking away from the back, making a race.
They are. Mr. Adams and who's that Ghost Turtle having a little battle with themselves, closely followed by who we got at the back of them. Is it Villos? Catch back up with the start of the. A lot more action than I thought would be in the first race. This is fantastic racing by everybody. GT Sport Freak with the fastest lap. Blimey, 103.1.
103.1, wow. There's been a bit of slipstream in there, I think.
Well, GT Sport Freak has pulled away from the group. He is now 2 seconds. Is he going to catch Simon Trent, do we reckon?
Felix Brown's in the wall on the start-finish straight.
Where have we gone? Oh, it's not gone well for him. Do you reckon we can get a replay?
You might be able to.
Oh, here we go. Final corner. Gone a little bit wide. Just got on the gas a little bit too early. Spun out. Crazy 95 taking his place back.
That replay worked brilliantly.
Perfect. That was nice to know. So we'll cut back to GT Sport Freak pulling away. Llama Llama still holding on to third.
2.3 seconds third now.
Yeah, he's pulling away. What's the gap between Simon's still pulling away. I can't believe Simon hasn't done a fastest lap. Do you reckon he's just consistent over GT Sport Freak and everybody else?
103, 103, 103, 103. He's been in the 103s for the entire race.
That's what we like to see, consistency. I guess battling with everybody else, GT Sport Freak, Llama Llama and Slider Pete all having a big battle will have slowed them all down and given Simon the opportunity to pull away.
Certainly, the battle will always slow you down.
It will. Defending hard, you break later. Llama Llama seems to be comfortably in front of Slider Pete now. Glossnik looking all... Oh, is he going to try the inside? Oh, he has. He's gone wide. Whoa. He is. Glossnik has done him. Slider Pete, is he going to have a little bit of slipstream? Going to try and do him down the inside. Glossnik shuts the door on him. That's what we like to see. Llama Llama seems to be pulling away a bit as Glossnik and Slider Pete have a little bit of a battle. But we've got 15 laps, is it?
No, it's 15 minutes. So
is it 15 minutes? Probably, to be fair, with 15 minutes you're not going to be far off. 13, 14 laps at a minute a lap. He isn't. Slider Pete is all over him. Glossnik battling hard to defend his 4th place, which he has earned, to be fair. He has kept up with the battle. Ooh, Slider Pete, very messy. That was nearly a big moment. Anything to report on? What position are we at?
9th and 10th. Gaz and Sonic seem to have sorted differences out.
see as GT Sport Freak got the gap between Simon Trent and himself to under 5 seconds, but he's going to do well to catch up with only 1 minute and 45 to go.
Close that gap in that time.
Unfortunately, had GT Sport Freak got away from the battle a little bit sooner, it seems as if Llama Llama was almost holding him up. Controversial. He's now 2.5 seconds up, closing the gap on Simon Trent. I reckon he's on the pace of Simon. He's setting the fastest lap with GT Sport Freak. Had he have got away with Simon, he could have been battling for a first battle. As it's happened, Llama Llama seems to be comfortable. And Glossnik's just about, he's got a second on Slider Pete now, so he seems to no more errors, and I think this is probably how the top 5 are going to finish. S2 Dog and the Gaz been having battles. I'm not sure if there's a gap there anymore for the Gaz to try and close up. 6/10 in it. The Gaz has... Ooh! The Gaz going deep on the first corner. He has caught up some speed there.
Right, 30 seconds. We're into the last lap. Somebody in the
Crazy 95 has left the room as he rage quit or as he lost internet. S2 Dog looking like he's holding on to 6th place. I think the top 5 is pretty much solidified now as we enter the... Ooh. Are they going to start another lap, do you reckon?
5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, that's it.
Final lap. Oh no.
That was the finish.
GT Sports finished. They've got another lap.
Oh, so Simon Trent could still make a mistake. So Llama Llama finishes in 3rd, Glossnik 4th, Slider Pete. Let's go and catch up with the top 2. Simon Trent is comfortably 4.3 seconds, so GT Sport Freak is catching up with him. But unless Simon now makes a massive mistake, I think he's pretty safe to say that he has won this race. But credit to GT Sport Freaks at closing up the gap by nearly a second over the last sort of 5-6 laps. As we approach the final corner, it looks like this is going to be Simon Trent's win for the first ever race.
Congratulations to Simon.
There we go. Good race by GT Sports Freak.
Yeah, so what we've got Simon Trent in first place for the first ever race.
Followed by GT Sport Freak, Llama Llama, Glossnik, Slider Pete, S2 Dog, and then the Gaz in 7th. Some good racing there. I would like to have seen Simon Trent battle it out a little bit if he had the opportunity to get with GT Sport Freak from the off, but GT Sport Freak probably held up by Llama Llama in the first race. As first races go, that wasn't too bad. No big accidents.
Yeah, we've had a good one.
Qualifying now. Crazy 95 doing a little donut on the straight. We'll follow 2M racing as he leaves the pit. Start qualifying. Should be really interesting in this. There was a good range of lap times in there. We should have about 6 or 7 drivers within the 103s based on practice earlier and yesterday. Let's see who can come out on pole. As Simon proved in the first race, getting pole position really can make all the difference. After the first lap, Simon had a second lead just because he didn't have to get involved with battling other drivers. Right, let's see what MR2 Racing can do on his first flying lap. As he comes on the final corner of his outlap, using all the green available, and off we go. Keeping it nice and tidy on the second to last corner. Really important to get a good exit out of here because it sets you up massively for the longest straight of the track. If you get a sloppy exit, it really can ruin your lap time. Let's see what Matt can do with his first fast lap. What we got? Looking on the final corner. 1:03.6 as a first lap. That's a good, strong first lap. And looks like he's sticking on pole with no challenge at Jaded Viper going faster as MR2 Racing goes a 10.5 fastest on the first sector. Jaded Viper with an excellent first lap. Gossack in third. Decent first lap from him. 1:03.4. We know you can do a sub 1:04. Simon Trent doing his first fast lap, 1:03.9. Looks like he might have had a little bit of traffic on that first lap though. See how 2M Racing manages on his second flying lap. Doesn't quite beat Jaded Viper. Christ, that is close. 100th of a second, innit? How's Jaded Viper getting on?
It's going to be interesting to see. We've got a yellow flag at the second, the last corner before start finish. But it's going to be interesting to see Simon Trent going in now. I think it's been kept up by traffic, but let's see if we can push beyond 5. Really get there.
There we go, Simon Trent, 1:03.4. Taking first is pole position for the second race in a row. See if Jaded Viper and MR2 Racing can have anything to say about that.
Yeah, I see Simon Trent relaxing now, so he's not going to try and chase that one.
No,
I think he's content with that one.
I don't blame him. This would be MR2 Racing last flying lap, so he's nearly a second down off the pace on that one, but this will be his final fast lap. Let's see if he can have anything to say about Jaded Viper. I can't believe how close he was with Jaded Viper.
Oh yeah, 0.01. That is really, really close.
Oh, MR2 Racing 0.14 of a second up of his best lap. That would mean, oh, he spun out. Oh, that is unfortunate. He would have been he was on for pole. Oh, let's see if he can pull it back together and manage to still take second place, because he's not likely to get pole now after that. That is heartbreaking. He's down by a second. Devastating. I bet he'll be kicking himself. Jaded Viper, how's he getting on? See if Glosnick can actually pick the post on MR2 Racing and take third place. As he comes around the corner for his final fast lap, he does a 1:04 dead. Jaded Viper coming around the final corner. Is he going to be able to challenge for podium? For pole position, sorry. 1:03.7. No, so there we go. Looks like we've got first, second, and third confirmed now. I don't suppose anybody else is going to challenge now. I think that's it.
Yep.
Excellent. Racing from Simon Trent again. 1:03.3. That is fast.
That is really fast.
Really do feel for MR2 Racing though. He was on for a pole position. If it hadn't have been for that, oh, disappointing for himself. I bet he'll be killing himself, flashing his lights at the start of the race.
Yeah. Well, he's in a good position though, straight behind Simon Trent. So anything can happen in the first corner. So
that's it. I'll take the start of the pack, Peter. If you wanted to take the back. Because there's likely to be chaos somewhere. There usually is in the first lap.
Yeah.
Oh,
MR2
terrible start from Glosnick.
the car. So we've got 3 cars standing back at the start.
Oh, Glosnick barging out. Oh, there's a lot of action there. Glosnick, S2 Dog. MR2 Racing has had an awful start by the looks of it. He's been bullied out from 3rd to 5th.
Yeah, I think we lost the gas line and MR2.
Oh, Simon Trent's being shunted. He's out. Simon Trent down in 7th place. Let's see if we can get a replay on that. So Simon and Jaded Viper coming in hot. This is a big moment. That is Jaded Viper has just shunted him into the gravel. Whoa, that probably is up for review there. Simon Trent will be spitting feathers. He's just gone from 1st to 7th. I think we'll be having
an incident with Race Randy as well. He went off track in the second to last corner.
Simon now battling his way already back up into 6th. Jaded Viper. I think there's going to have to be a review on that because that looked like it was definitely a little bit more than a racing incident, I think. Glosnick looking like he's challenging on the inside. Jaded Viper is... Oh, he's having a moment. 2M Racing. Crikey's back up into 3rd. We've missed all the action. Simon Trent back up into 5th. Glosnick going deep. 2M Racing seeing an opportunity. Is he going to get a better drive out there? Second to last corner. Another yellow flag. Looks like we've got an incident.
Yeah, MR2 had an 86 and the gas line
There you go.
having trouble with the car. So
Oh, Glosnick shunting. Jaded Viper into the first corner. 2M Racing. Oh, what's going on here? Lots of contact at the start of the second race. Jaded Viper shunting MR2 Racing. Again, there was maybe a little bit less in that one than... Hard to believe Jaded Viper didn't get his a penalty for the one on Simon Trent, yet Simon Trent's got a 2.5 second penalty already. Oh, Jaded Viper going in deep. Is that the justice he deserves? Possibly Simon Trent taken by 4th, 3rd place. I feel like there's been a little bit of karma served there. Glosnick in the lead. Simon Trent with the fastest lap so far on 1:03.5. 2M Racing in 2nd. Simon Trent will be chasing down that 1st place. We've got some excellent few laps ahead of us, I'm sure.
I see Simon's still got 2.4 seconds in penalty.
Unfortunately didn't quite catch the moment where he gave himself that penalty, so I'm not sure what he's got it for. Glosnick holding about a second lead over 2M Racing.
That's it. Gas 9 is currently in the chicane, unable to drive as his hazards are on. So hopefully he's going to be off the track before the leaders catch up with them.
Do we know what's going on with those two? It looks like there's a couple of them. MR2 Adam and the Gaz 9.
Yeah, from the comments I could see that they were having trouble controlling the cars. Gran Turismo didn't let them control them.
That's unfortunate. Let's hope that they don't roll onto the track and cause an incident. That would not be good for anybody.
Well,
Glusnik being pounded by 2M Racing, now down to 8/10 of a second behind. Simon Trent looking like he's going to make a move. See, 2M Racing should be, don't know, he's got Simon Trent all over the back of him, but Simon Trent does have a 2.1 second penalty to serve at some point. Unless he's hoping he can get to first and then get another 5-second lead like he had in the last race. 2M Racing and Simon Trent looking like they're battling as they enter the final corner onto the home straight. This is looking like a three-way battle. Where are we gone?
Last corner. He's down at 10th place now. 11.
See if we can catch it on a replay. Coming in the final.
With the yellow MR2.
Oh, am I looking at the wrong car? Oh, there you go, I missed it. Oh, we've got a little bit of a glitch. What's going on? I have frozen. Peter, what is your screen looking like?
Oh, it's still running nice here. We've got Glusnik at the start here.
Have you got a frozen screen or is yours working?
Mine's working at the moment. We got Glusnik at the lead still, Simon Trent, and MR2 Racing just fighting for second place. Ooh, we got a chance for MR2 Racing now to pass Simon Trent.
Apologies for that.
Really
I had a
close.
bit of technical difficulty there. I was frozen on Glusnik as at the end of my replay.
Yep. Simon Trent still got past MR2 Racing.
Oh.
And
he's 2M's Racing has
wide there.
Well, was it wide or was it a little shunt?
I'm not sure, I can see it.
Let's have another little look at that. Ooh, not sure.
It's quite difficult to see because
It was a poor angle.
The racing's so tight, so
Simon Trent is now going to try and close down Glusnik and see if he can get another first place, although he does still have a 1-second penalty to serve. Let's see if 2M Racing can keep the pace up. It looks like he's got no real challenge behind him. Glusnik doing well to hold first place still. Simon Trent with the fastest lap again of a 1:03.14. That is very fast.
see that MR2 Adam 86 is still rolling on the tarmac here.
Yeah, thankfully they're both over to the right hand side, not causing any trouble. Such a shame that they've got a bit of technical difficulty. Glusnik looks like he's actually pulling away from Simon Trent. Perhaps Glusnik was being held up in the previous race as well and being stuck in a position battling behind everybody else.
Yeah, that could be. From the looks of it, he's really going fast now, so...
He really is, he's holding a good 1.5 seconds, 1.7 seconds he's up now on Simon Trent.
That is really impressive. Though Simon Trent is having that struggle with MR2 Racing, so he might be distracted by trying to keep him behind him as well as trying to chase down Glusnik.
And serve a 1.5 second penalty.
Yeah.
It's incredible actually really that Simon Trent is doing as well as he is. After all, he did have he got a 3 second penalty within the first 2 or 3 laps. How is... Where has Bearded Viper seems to have gone. I can't seem to see him on my...
I think he's left the scene.
Has he left? That's a shame. Ooh, Gosnick going a little bit wide. Bearded Viper did leave the room. That's unfortunate. Right, Simon closing down Gosnick. Is he going to close him down quick enough? He's gone off, he's gone off. Oh, he's managed to keep it in a straight line. Can 2M Racing capitalise? It'll be interesting to see whether Simon tries saving his penalty before the end of the race or whether he finishes with it.
That's still just 0.6 seconds so.
Looks like he's saving just a couple of tenths per lap, just trying to close down Gosnick, who's doing really well to hold him off, with only 4 minutes to go. MR2 Racing just in his stride now. Probably be happy after the start of the race that he had. Probably be happy to take home third place. Oh, he's off, he's off, he's off. That is a big moment for 2M Racing.
Oh!
Big moment, big moment. Definitely think he'll be happy with third place now.
Yeah.
He's lucky that there was no one there to capitalise. S2 Dog has closed the gap now from probably 7 seconds down to 3 seconds, but 2M Racing probably pushing a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if S2 Dog 90 can actually catch up to MR2 and Racing.
He's within 3 seconds of him now.
Left, so.
Let's see whether Simon has caught up to Gosnick anymore. Ooh, he's within a second of him. He's half a second behind him now. Simon Trent's done really well, considering that after the shunt from Bearded Viper on the first lap, knocking him down to 7th place, to now being only 0.3 of a second off first. Battling hard. Is he going to try and do him on the inside? No, he stopped. Came to a complete stop.
I think he slammed into Gosnick just ever so slightly, so he might have given him that
benefit of the doubt, yeah.
Yeah.
Given him an opportunity to keep his position. He's now got, unfortunately, he's back up over a second behind him, so he's got all that catching up to do again. Albeit he has now served his penalty, so he can go as hard as he wants, and he doesn't have MR2 Racing breathing down his neck.
That's true. It kind of looked like a small lag spike he had there as well.
Possibly.
So I'm not sure if it was technical difficulties or if it was just him being nice to Gosnick since he's had to come.
2M Racing is closing the gap on Simon, but I don't think he's going to close 5 seconds quick enough with only 2 minutes remaining. It's just whether Gosnick can, whether or not he can contain his first win. Two minutes to go. Looks like we've got some good racing between. Hold on.
We've got some action with Running Squad and Daniel Gear as well.
What positions are they in? I can't see them on my...
They're in 9th and 10th place. So it's back markets, but it's definitely fighting for that one-digit position.
Let's go back to first. Half a second in it, a minute to go. I think MR2 Racing will just be happy with his third place after that near disastrous moment on the final corner.
Yeah, we've got a yellow flag at the start-finish line.
Another one.
I can't see the incident. Oh, Gosnick going really wide at the first corner there, and Simon Trent is just catching
all over him.
Yeah.
It looks like they'll probably get in another lap. That's probably the last thing Glosnik wants, actually. I bet he's wishing that this was the last lap.
Absolutely. I think Simon Trent really has a chance of getting that first place if he plays these cards right. So
he's all over the back of him, see if he can get 2 out of 2. Bit of back marker traffic, see if that's going to cause any problem for Glosnik. I wouldn't have thought he would have coming to the home straight.
Someone's gone off in the final corner. 2 people actually. So we've got a yellow flag now, so Simon
can't make a move. Looks like he's going to try. If he does, he'll get a penalty.
And green flag.
He can. Oh, and he has. They are starting the final lap. 2M Racing has finished in 3rd place. Good race for him. He'll be disappointed not to be in the top 2, I think. See if this traffic causes any problem for Glosnik. Give Simon Trent the opportunity too.
Guardian as well, that they need to pass.
Really, really good race from Glosnik, to be fair.
Oh yeah, I'm really impressed.
Every lap other than one has been a consistent 103, other than Blackie made a little bit of a mistake and did a low 104. Can he hold on to first place? He goes down the final straight into the last corner. Oh, Simon Trent's going to try and have a look. Oh, it's going to be a photo finish. This is going to be a photo finish. Glosnik has just won it with...
That was amazing. Well done, Glosnik.
Great effort from Simon Trent on the last corner, but good defending from Glosnik.
That was anyone's game out of that final corner.
800ths of a second in it. What a finish that is. A little bit of a different race from Simon Trent's first race to this race. Christ. Great racing. Oh, what a finish that was.
That was really exciting.
Oh, that was an exciting second race. I think that was probably more exciting than the first race. Especially the finish.
I didn't get to see the first race, but absolutely this one was really intense. So I'm actually looking forward now to racing Group B and C. So let's see if MR2 Racing can manage to crawl up to first place there. It's got absolutely a chance to make it this time.
That's it. Are we having another commentator come in with me for the last race, as obviously you'll be racing in the final race, won't you, Peter? So
yeah, well,
I'm not sure if anybody else is coming in with me or if I'm taking that one on my own.
I'm not sure really. So yeah, I'm going to be racing MR2 Racing now, and the rest of Group C.
Excellent.
It's going to be really interesting. So I'm just going to go and prepare, and I'll see you next time.
No problem. Thank you, Peter. I think GT Sport Freak, Slider Pete and MR2 Racing, they're going to be the ones to watch this next race round, with Llama as well. I think they're going to be the candidates probably for the top 4 after judging it after the first 2 races. They were all sort of winner with sort of the same lap times and the same sort of within the top 5, I think, all of them were after the first 2 races, so it's going to be really good to see how they battle it out, hopefully with no accidents this time round, no shunting.
Oh, we got it off. Race Andy's off in the last corner. A little wide.
There we go. It's a shame you can't do replays in practice.
It's not available. I just noticed Racer Andy. Let's see here, just check it. Rich Andy is a little dangerous this race. He's not running ABS.
Oh yeah, he was the same in practice actually yesterday, I think. There was, I think, only him that have ABS completely off. I think most people have it on weak, but Racer Andy likes to do it completely off.
You can be fast and off, but it's nice to have it at least on weak so that it's safe.
That's it.
Slide into the guy in front of you. See how we go with it.
Yeah, he seemed quick in practice yesterday, and he seems relatively on pace today. Let's have a look at what our... He's on a 1:04.3. That's not a bad... Not a bad time. Ooh, qualifying is about to start. Off we go. We'll ride with MR2 Racing for the start of qualifying. Really excited to see who's going to take podium here today.
So we got Sport, GT Sport Freak, Llama Llama, and Slider together during the qualifier.
That should make for an interesting quality. I mean, that's the difficulty with only a 5-minute qualifying period, is getting the space on the track to have open air.
Especially on such a small track.
That's it, yeah.
Dawdle too low. It helps to have somebody that is at your pace in front of you. That you don't have to worry about coming up behind him. Focus on your lap.
Yeah. I say, because we are lucky here on the first race that you'll get 3, possibly 4 fast laps in at qualifying. Some of the other tracks that we've got on the calendar, you'll probably only get 1 or 2 fast laps in because of how long the laps are. The qualifiers are always 5 minutes. So
Well, it's 5 minutes, but you do, I believe, after the 5 minutes are up, you also have an extra 2 minutes. So as long as you can get across the finish line before it hits 0, then you've got another 2 minutes to finish that current lap you're on. So it's more like 7 minutes.
even still, I guess if you're not on the pace, you're going to be struggling to put in good times.
Yeah, to get that last one in.
MR2 Racing had a bit of a moment there in the middle sector. He was probably on for a reasonable time, but I think this time it's going to be a couple of seconds off the pace. Yeah, putting in a 1:04.99, so that is off the pace for him. We have GT Sports Freak on a 1:03.5. That's a good first fast lap.
Llama Llama behind him, 68 thousandths. Those two right with each other right now too.
Llama Llama is on for nearly 3/10 faster than his fastest lap as well.
Doing the qualifying, there's a little one trying to do. It's something I've carried over from autocross. In autocross, you may only have 3 or 4 runs, and if you hit a cone or go off the course, then that run's no good. But it's always good to maybe at least on your first run, not to go 10 tenths, but go 9 tenths. So that, at least you got a time.
Yeah.
And that is good. Even in here, even if say you do 1:04.5, at least you have a time and you're somewhere in the list.
Exactly, and especially with how close the pack is in this competition as well. Everybody's racing within the same sort of times. There's only probably 2 seconds between the whole pack at quali. So even if you're putting in, like you say, a mid 1:04, you're still going to be on a reasonable time. You're not going to be at the bottom of the pack with no time. So interesting to see that.
Right behind Llama Llama.
Very close behind.
Oh, got loose. Might not, no. That lap was no good now.
See if Lama is on the pace for his next lap. Probably only going to get one more fast lap in after this. MR2 Racing goes second. 400 up on Lama, who has one more fast lap in him, whereas MR2 Racing will be on his last lap now, see if he can clinch a pole. GT Sports Freak will be pretty happy. I don't know if he's going to get a bit of traffic from Sonic. I'm not sure if he's on a fast lap. He is on a fast lap.
On a very fast run right now. He's currently 2/10 under the fastest lap.
Blimey. Let's watch Lama see where he finishes up. He is. Oh, Lama might clinch pole at this rate as he comes around the second to last corner.
Very clean, yep.
That's what you want. It's such an important corner, the second to last corner. If you get that one wrong, you ruin your whole lap time.
A little wide, but let's see if this buffer
He tucks it back in.
might save him.
Lama goes pole.
Oh, just barely.
MR2 Racing is done as well, so Lama pole. GT Sports Freak second, MR2 Racing third. Slider Pete is fourth. I think everybody's done now, are they?
I believe so.
Great last lap from Lama, to be fair. So Lama, GT Sports Freak, MR2 Racing in third again for the second race in a row. And then Slider Pete coming in at fourth. It's going to be interesting to see how good of a start everybody gets. It's really important to get a good start off the line. And they're off.
Really good start.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's straight off the line. 2M Racing and GT Sport Freak battling out. A lot of contact there.
Opposite lock, he saved it.
There's a lot of contact at the start of the pack. 2M Racing holding up third for the time being. Slider Pete battling with him. GT Sports Freak, he's right at the back of him. Lama looks like he's taking a bit of a lead straight off the bat. About a second in front already. Oh, we've got a penalty. Who's got a penalty? Craig has a penalty. I don't know what he did for that. Probably a little bit of contact in the first couple of corners. Good exit from 2M Racing after the second to last corner. A little bit of slipstream on GT Sports Freak. Very wide lines there from GT Sports Freak as we came down the final corner. MR2 Racing looking down the inside, not going to have him that time. Very tight and tidy there as he got a bit of run. This looks like it's going to be set up for the close top four that I thought it would be, with Lama, GT Sports Freak, 2M Racing and Slider Pete all sort of battling around the same.
Slider Pete in the grass a little bit. Saved it.
Craig's doing well. He is doing well to keep up with the pack. I'm not sure we've seen him this high up the field yet. And then
he's had his good days. He's very quick.
He was quick in practice yesterday actually, but I hadn't seen him in the pace up with the rest of the pack in the previous race. I didn't know how he would fare with the group, but he's keeping up comfortably with the top 4. Felix Brown and Sonic just about battling together themselves. He has. There is now only half a second between Llama Llama and GT Sport Freak, and then another half a second between 2M Racing, so they're very close between the top 4-5 cars. Ooh, we've got an off.
Llama Llama, his setup is a bit odd compared to most drivers. Of course, he runs nearly no cannon.
Not surprising, no.
Interesting to see once the tires get heat soaked, how change the dynamics of the race here at the end.
Going off there on that lap, and as he rejoined the track, absolutely not in control at all, but as he rejoins the track he bounces into Sonic and causes Sonic to have a huge off as well. It was no good for either of them. Then they're both at the back of the pack, unfortunately for those. And we're now back with Llama Llama and the front of the pack, clearly with a massive lead now between Craig and Renegade Spud. That gap is where Sonic and Felix Brown were, but obviously their accident has caused them to slide way back down the pack. Currently nothing dramatic to report on, no one racing particularly close or hard to each other. Also I want to shout out to Nick Yen. That's what we like to see, close racing.
See who's going to make a mistake.
Slider Pete just dropping off the pace a little bit as the top 3 start to slowly pull away. GT Sports Street looking to make a move. Llama Llama closing the door on him.
Get it.
The top 3 are now really close. Really close. Llama Llama defending well. The GT Sport Freak going to try and make a move down the inside. Ooh, he had to break up around the corner. Is MR2 Racing going to capitalise with extra momentum? They're all there. Pulling away slightly now, nearly 2 seconds on Slider Pete. See if MR2 Racing can do better than 3rd place this race round, see if he can make a move on GT Sports Freak and Llama Llama at any point during the race. He's got another 9 minutes to think about it. GT Sports Freak is all over the back of Llama Llama, trying to find a space to try and make a move.
He's getting his tyres hot. He's starting to get a little greasy.
MR2 Racing nice and smooth, yeah.
You try to be aggressive and set yourself up, get your tires hot, then you have to kind of run a lap.
Start again, yeah, it ruins your lap. Look at someone in the middle of the pack, see if anyone else has got any battles going on. Everyone else seems to be really quite spread out. Doesn't seem to be any real battles anywhere else. Busby doing well in 8th. Sonic well in 7th, considering his moment with Felix. How's Felix getting on? Felix back up into 11th. He's lucky probably he's going to take 10th now, as Daniel has had a moment at the back of the pack. Renegade Spud doing well up in 6th. Craig just about sort of within the pace of Slider Pete, 3 seconds off. Slider Pete just about keeping up with the front runners, but it's the front 3 that seem to be where all the action is. Ooh, MR2 Racing looking to take him on the inside. GT Sports Freak slamming the door shut. It's racing like that that'll help Slider Pete catch up a bit, little bit of battling. And Slider Pete goes a little bit wide into the entrance of that one. Lama is comfortably. Ooh, GT Sports Freak getting a little bit wide, giving himself a good run there for the hunt. Second to last race.
Trying to do a big move here.
Yeah, I think he's there or thereabouts, isn't he? Lama's pulling away. If Matt isn't careful, he's going to lose the option to try and challenge for first place. Lama does seem to be sort of. He's now up and above a second in front of GT Sports Freak. MR2 Racing looking to go down the inside. Too far back this time. She's really really good, clean racing from all the front runners' mind. Slider Pete is now slightly closing the gap. He's up by a 10th. MR2 Racing is all over the back of GT Sports Freak. It's not going to help his momentum. MR2 Racing, see if he can capitalise. A little bit too far back this time round. Can get a good exit down here. Maybe think about a move into the last corner. Ooh, GT Sports Freak a little bit sloppy on the exit of the second to last corner. Can 2M Racing capitalise at all? He's too far back this time round. MR2 Racing is all over the back of GT Sports Freak. Oh, he's thinking about a move down the inside again. Too far back again. I think if he can get himself closer on the first corner, I think he'd probably be able to make a move into that first bend. As risky as it is, it's a tight corner to try and think about an overtake. He needs to think of one sooner. He's all over the back of him.
Lama looks pretty relaxed. That's where he is.
That's it. Lama's doing like what you did in your first race. Nice. And that's it. Keep a steady speed through each lap. Good lap times and nice and consistent. It's consistency that's the key when you're in a position like Lama is. MR2 Racing's getting to a point where he's probably going to have to think about a big move. Although he seems to be further back now. Slider Pete has caught up. He is now in the mix again. Slider Pete is now half a second behind 2M Racing. We've now got a real battle for second and third place. Slider Pete clipping the grass a little bit. MR2 Racing seems to have dropped off the pace a little bit. He's lost half a second on GT Sports Freak now. GT Sports Freak a little bit loose on exit. But now MR2 Racing has a bigger problem. He's now got to try and defend against Slider Pete. That is not going to help his battle for second. Defending hard against someone who's that close up behind you is not helping you for fast laps. Slider Pete with a little flash up the back. He wants to move.
Just letting him know he's there.
He is. He wants to move. Is he going to try and look down the inside? He's all over the back of him.
Close.
GT Sports Freak looks like he's pulling away now.
Matt's
Yellow
tires
flag.
might be a little tired after all that aggressive driving and Slider Pete's going to capitalize on it.
He really is. Slider Pete a little bit on the grass there, nothing to worry about particularly. Oh, we pass a back marker. Oh, MR2 Racing a little bit deep. Can Slider Pete think about capitalising? Lama now comfortably in the lead. Starting to have to worry about back markers. Ooh, a slightly messy exit for 2M Racing there. Again, Slider Pete flashing the lights just to let him know he's right there. He's within distance to try and think of a move. Can MR2 Racing hold Slider Pete off for another 2 laps? He's gone so slightly wide line, little slide into that first corner.
Lama and GT Sport Freak don't make any mistakes here. It's just a battle for third.
I think you're right. I think Lama is pretty comfortable, 2.5 seconds up. GT Sports Freak now with a comfortable. Oh, that was a little slide there from GT Sports Freak. Did very well to hold that there. He's lost good 2 tenths on MR2 Racing there. 3 tenths, 4 tenths. It was a big moment for GT Sports Freak. It was almost like a commentator's curse there. GT Sports Freak is now right back in the mix again for a 2nd and 3rd place battle.
We're gonna have 2 more laps after this.
It's going to be close as to whether MR2 Racing can hold him off at the end. Slider Pete going a little bit deep on the brakes. He's still just about within GT Sports Freak. I think another little error from GT Sports Freak and I think MR2 Racing would be all over that. Slider Pete with a wide line to try and get a faster run down the 2nd to last straight.
I think it's going to come down to make some mistakes.
I think that's what it is. Everybody's very consistent, very careful at the minute. As they come into the last corner, probably to start the last lap. Craig doing well to just hold a nice steady 5th place. He's finished now, so everybody from Craig onwards will be finished. It's just now a battle for the top 4. Obviously Lama's looking like he's going to take a comfortable 1st place. GT Sports Freak without any more errors looks like he's going to take 2nd. But Slider Pete is really close. He wants it. He's within 2 tenths of him. Oh, he's going to try and go around the outside. That's a ballsy move. He's going to cut him back at the inside. Oh, contact. A little bit of contact. Oh, I think Slider Pete has got him. He's got him on the last lap.
Now can he hold it?
Oh, this is major. MR2 Racing has lost his podium spot.
He's held it.
Oh, Slider Pete sneaking it on the last corner. What a move. Going wide, taking the outside and cutting back in. What a move. Slider Pete, congratulations. MR2 Racing couldn't have the pace down the straight. Oh, he'll be spitting feathers with that. It'll be interesting to see if we can get MR2 Racing on commentary after that to see if he can. Oh, I bet he'll be fuming with that. Excellent race again from Lama, nice and steady away, taking 1st place. Again, GT Sports Freak doing enough to take 2nd place. I think we were right though. It was a clear top 4 battling it out. It was a very steady pack for the rest of the field. No real groups racing or battling it up. Slider Pete did Matt M Racing. Good battling.
Right there.
Yeah,
Battle.
I think they can both appreciate how both of them did just about enough. Excellent move by Slider Pete on the last lap. GT Sports Freak did well. He had a comfortable lead over the third and fourth, and then he had a little moment on the third to last lap and looked like it was going to be a battle for second in the end, but he managed to keep it. Slider Pete tried everything there. Yeah, he did.
Looks like Llama has put down the fastest lap
Ah,
time.
yeah, I
today.
didn't see who got the fastest lap in that race.
I think maybe me or him.
I'm not sure
That
what his
in
lap
the
time
10s.
was.
That was in the 10th. He's got 3.111. Very fast.
I'm not sure what the fastest lap of the day was. I think it was probably yourself, Simon,
They were all in
actually.
the 10s. I don't think anybody got into the point zeros.
Matt2 Racing has joined the lobby. Matt, have you got your settings so that everyone else can hear you?
Hello.
Matt2 Racing joined us in the commentary. How was that? I bet you were gutted to lose out on third place right at the end.
Very much gutted. I think it started at the start of that last
Second.
lap. I just made a mistake going into turn one, and it just sort of snowballed into the rest of the lap and just allowed Pete alongside me coming down the back straight.
He was right up behind you for 3 or 4 laps towards the end there. I thought at one point you were close up behind GT Sports Freak. He made a little error last few laps.
Yeah, I smelled the blood. I thought, right, I'm going to go for that. Leave
Going to
Pete
have in
behind.
that, yeah. Oh, it was some good racing though, very clean racing.
Pete did the outside, inside move there.
We all love to see it, I didn't expect it on the last lap though.
But I was coming round on the last lap thinking, looking at the counter thinking, am I going to pass this line? Is Pete going to pass this line before the timer runs out? But we both passed the line, so I was like, I've got another lap of this.
That's it, yeah, it's almost like the second race where it was like a battle to the end. Excellent racing all round.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for coming.
Yeah.
I best thank all the drivers as well while we're still in here. Go back to here. So, yes, how did it look from your side? I take it was a good race?
Yeah, it was. There was a race for the top, pretty much the top 4 or 5 right from the off. Llama distanced himself and took away a pretty steady lead in the end. GT Sports Freak pretty much followed suit, other than an error at the end, and then it was just yourself and Slider Pete just battling it out right for the last. It was, other than the top 4 though, there was no real battles. There was a big moment actually between Felix Brownfoe and, was it Sonic possibly?
Sonic SW20.
Yeah, one of them span onto the grass, and then as he rejoined the track completely sideways and not in control at all, slammed into the other driver, and they both suffered drastically. But other than that, there was no other real drama other than the top 4 or 5. It was pretty much 1 or 2 pockets of a car here and a car there. So, like I said after the previous race, if you're not racing in the top 4 or 5, you're not getting viewed.
You might get a comment, but that'll be it.
I try and keep the eyes on where the big battles are, and that seems to be where it is at the minute. The top 4 seems to be really competitive.